Fucking Trinity! Hey everybody, what's happening? Your host AMF1534 here, and I have no idea why I said that. It literally didn't mean anything, and that, my friends, is a beheaded corpse of former Mayor Rachel Mars.
It's like the perp used the wheelbarrow to transport the body.
And we get to determine where this wheelbarrow came from. Which, how are we gonna do that? Maybe. Aha. That would make sense. Usually if you can't see, you go this way. They're going to the door. Okay, that makes that easy. To what? To the street. Ugh.
A bloody tire trail leads to the door.
Certainly suggests the actual crime scene and possibly the head are somewhere in the museum. Unfortunately, we're under strict orders not to enter the museum.
Doesn't mean dick to me.
Yeah, I didn't.
Of course not. Why would it? I don't even work for the Bureau anymore. Therefore, I can do whatever the hell I want.
Here, let me give you a lift.
Yeah, give me a lift. Give me a lift. Anywho.
The museum is beefed up security. Avoid guards if possible. If you can take them down, don't use a weapon.
I'll take that under advisement.
Okay, do not kill any guards. So, obviously, I'm probably not going to be using any weapons. Incapacitate without killing, use only your fists when fighting them. Once a guard is in a defeated state, grab him by the neck. Okay. So, I guess we're definitely not going to be using that paper cutter over there then. Anywho, welcome back to Let's Play some Condemned Bloodshot. And, yeah. So we're at the State Museum, or not the State, but the City Museum, where we are investigating the murdering of former Mayor Rachel Mars, who got her head pretty much cut off. Where exactly will it lead us? I don't know. We're supposed to follow these things, though, so we might as well do it. What will we find? By the way, if my voice starts to sound kind of funny, it's because I just got back from going to dinner with my parents. It was my mom's birthday back on the 3rd of this month, which is about 2 weeks ago, but we didn't get to celebrate her birthday.
Ethan, this is Rosa. I just received that little present you sent me. It's a bit disturbing to think that SKX is still alive.
Last time I saw that psycho, half his face lined the inside of a trunk.
Well, the body was never recovered, so I guess the chance he survived was always there.
Yeah, I guess so. Anywho.
Mr. Thomas, the coroner just arrived. He's examining the body now. I'll keep you posted if anything turns up.
Thank you, Mr. Officer, of whose name I cannot remember. Probably because you guys never told me what it was. But yeah, so went out to Mexican food and it was awesome. And we had donuts. It was great. And my donut was like cotton candy flavor, which I didn't even know they did that kind of thing. But hey, I'm not going to argue with it. It was fucking delicious. But now, walking quietly. To walk quietly, push slightly on the line. Okay. I could have told you that a long time ago. Just walk slower is pretty much what they're asking. So, more or less. Ooh, there's some guards right there.
Seems to be getting worse. I bet one of us will get it tonight if we're not careful.
You know what? I'm just gonna bypass them. If I can. Is this where this goes? Yes! Awesome. Awesome possum. Okay. So, yeah. Just heading along here. You'll have to forgive me for not getting a video up on Saturday. Did I get one up on Saturday? Well, I guess I did, sort of. Because I forgot to name the thing. But I got sick on Saturday, so... Ooh.
Okay, this is what we know so far. The victim is Mayor Rachel Mars, age 55,
Well, she
found
was.
dead inside the City Museum of Natural History. Body has severe lacerations about the back, chest, and arms, resulting in excessive hemorrhaging. There's also an extensive tearing of muscle and ligament within the same region. Head decapitated just above the collarbone. Whereabouts is still unknown. Alright, and now for the note you sent me. Found on the victim's body was a piece of paper with strangely drawn eyes on one side, and on the other, the acronym of a serial killer known as Serial Killer X. Both written with a black felt tip pen.
What do we got? This might be helpful.
Did you find any fingerprints on the paper?
Yes, I ran it through IAFIS, and guess whose name popped up? Leland Vanhorn.
Oh, that fucker again.
I don't need to tell you this, but let's make it official. Leland Vanhorn, aka Serial Killer X, or just SKX, was allegedly responsible for 9 serial murders in the greater metro area. He's the nephew to Malcolm Vanhorn and was thought to be dead, killed by a gunshot to the face. His body was never recovered.
Do you think Van Horn nursed his nephew back to health?
I'd say it's the most likely scenario.
Hey,
I have a
nice.
theory. SKX gets one in the grill. His own flesh and blood, Malcolm Vanhorn, nurses him back to health. SKX turns on his uncle and kills him. For perhaps the same reason he murders Rachel Mars. Keep searching the museum. We need more information.
First of all, these are the tire tracks. How in the hell, if there's blood all over them, A, do you get blood all the way back to that area? Plus, how the hell are those perfectly spaced apart? Damn video game logic. Photograph a saw? That is supposed to be a saw? Are you fucking kidding? Who fucking made a saw like that? I want a saw like that. That's like the saw slash sword thing from Silent Hill, or worse.
Receiving image. Good work. That's an odd-shaped saw.
That's what I was saying.
Looks medieval in origin. Get a shot of the handle, will you?
All right, I'll get a. If it's for the sake of justice, then I will do such things. Make sure it's all clear.
Got it. Excellent.
Of course it was that.
Look at that. A fingerprint. Give me a moment.
All right, I will.
Okay, over 50% of the fingerprint found on the handle is compromised by smudging. However, after running the print through IAFIS, I'm able to get a positive match on our suspect, SKX. I'd say SKX is very much alive and is now the prime suspect in the murder of Rachel Mars.
You said it looked ancient? I don't think that's what it was. I think it was this one.
What about the saw? You said it looked medieval.
Yeah, I hear the museum will feature one of the largest medieval exhibits in the country. Ethan, find the exhibit that tool came from. SKX was certainly there at one point.
Okie dokie. I will. So, oh, holy shit. Dude, that's so much blood. I mean, obviously somebody got decapitated right there, but that's a lot of blood. That's like a whole body's worth of blood. What's up here? Identify important camera. Well, the important camera probably wasn't that one. Probably wasn't that one. Or no, it probably was that one, actually. Which one is this one? 1501. That looks like the right one. Because this one's definitely pointing into a different room altogether, or just the wall. That one's pointing at the door, so that's gotta be the one.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Yes.
Camera 1501 was installed a week ago and just completed its 48-hour stress test. Ethan, if you think SKX may be on camera, find the surveillance room and let's take a look.
Okie dokie, I will. But what's down here first? But anyways, as I was saying before that whole sequence was going on, I got sick on Saturday from a little bit of heavy drinking, which definitely in the long run is not a very good idea. And that's where I came from initially, I think. Is it? Is that where these... Oh, that's where the guards are. Definitely not going back that way. I don't want to alarm them or anything. So, yeah, and while I was sick on Saturday, I didn't get to film anything, so I just felt like pure shit. And, so I watched about a 7.5-hour marathon of Ghost Adventures, and that was just... Oh, boy. I don't like how the music just changed like that, or like the whole aura of this area just went flat like that. I'm not enjoying that. But yeah, I've just like, over the past maybe week and a half or so, I've definitely acquired this really... What is that down there? That might be the surveillance room. I think that's where I gotta go. But I've developed this really strong interest for like the paranormal and ghost adventuring and stuff like that. Ooh, there's a guy right there. I can't throw a brick at him though because I'm not supposed to use weapons. Fuck. That sucks. But yeah, it's like, you know, EVPs and all that crazy stuff. And like the Ghost Adventures show, because I've watched a lot of, like, paranormal documentaries and shit, like, you know, I've just watched a lot of stuff like that. It's always intrigued me, but that's the only show that I think I've ever seen in which that kind of thing is so commonplace that it really makes it seem like it's just that real, you know what I mean? Oh, shit. Turn that off, turn that off. Where am I going? That's the men's locker room. I'll take it! Yeah! Bring it. Die, he says. Dude, this guy is, like, fucking going kung fu on me right now. And his head is in the locker. Went right back in the old Jake locker. That's the guy I was spying on, too. Is there any other guys around here? Oh, shit. There's a guy right in there, and I'm gonna go beat the living piss out of him right now. And 1, 2, 3. Fucking Trinity! Yeah! Yeah! Oh, dude, this guy, like fucking, oh, wow. The right hook to the face really did it right there. And I guess I just, what the hell did I just do? Did I choke him out or, oh, whatever I'm doing. I'm standing directly on his freaking coin purse right now, so I think I might want to do the gentleman's thing and get the hell off. Okay. I am stuck here, apparently. There we go. It's a nice break room. I wish I had a break room like that. That'd be pretty cool. Man, what the hell's up with all these footprints? Let's go in here. Aha!
Okay, I'm in the surveillance room.
Find the backup drive, and let's see if our favorite madman has made a cameo.
Well, okay. I guess this is where they are. Ugh. God, dude, I got such indigestion right now. It's driving me fucking nuts. Where's 1501? There we go. That's the one, because that's the camera.
Okay, the feed is coming in now.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He's literally, like, sawing her head off. That's some nasty shit. First of all, Leland Vanhorn, on top of the fact that he's talking to a corpse without a head, and away he goes.
Wow, disturbing, but not overly revealing. Keep looking for the exhibit.
Okay, I will. He is ripped out of his godforsaken mind. That is a big dude. Okay. Anyway, apparently I forgot how to speak. Yeah, let's go. We need to go find that Tool exhibit, which, just for the record, Tool, like the band Tool, it's actually pretty cool. I like him. Just a random thing.
Good evening, this is Sarah Brenton, City News. With her head reportedly missing, Mayor Rachel Mars is dead. Her decapitated body was found earlier today at the Museum of Natural History. Apparently she was murdered, suffering extensive cutting about her body. There are no leads as of yet, but the federal and local authorities have cordoned off the area in an attempt to locate the perpetrators of this heinous crime. More after this.
First of all, exactly what news, reports would ever tell you, like, the cause of death like that, especially to, like, a public figure? Like, who exactly would tell you, oh, well, the mayor died by getting her head cut off, just so you know? What in the... Everybody loves the Chakadurian tech team. Okay. What in the hell? So this is what they do during their breaks. I knew it. I mean, I guess a security guard could only do so much. What the hell? Exoboron. Vodka! What do we got? What else do we have up here? Dog. GBs? As in, like, Green Bay or Gravity Bongs? Which one? I don't know. I'll go with the latter. Toe and wall. Salute. I'll leave it alone. There are plenty of funny things on that wall already. But we still have work to do, which that work is going to bring us into the public galleries. Dun 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 dun. Oh no. the ambiance dropped again. I don't like when it does that. I really don't. And something bad's gonna... Okay. Well, even though I hate to have to do things like this, we have elapsed 15 minutes. And since we just got a save checkpoint right there, I'm gonna have to cut you short. But it's a cliffhanger to you, and it's a cliffhanger to me because I really want to know what's on the other side of that wall, but I can't do that. So, on the next episode of Let's Play Condemned Bloodshot, we will travel in there, which I'm guessing is more than likely going to be the tool exhibit that we're looking for, of which I really hope that Mr. Leland Vanhorn isn't over there, because A, he's probably got something worse than that saw that he left on the floor and whatever. So, this is your host, AMF1534, saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Have a good one. Goodbye. Fucking Trinity.